LeBron, they tell him to shut up and dribble. Bradley Beal should just shut up.
Don't even dribble. Don't even dribble.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of an interesting discussion sometimes. It's Christian. I am back here with the regular boys. We got Harsha, Haran, and Tarun, and this is us back together, honestly, for the first time in like maybe 6, 7, 8 weeks. Like just us four recording.
Does it feel that long to you guys, though?
No, but that's because we were all together at one point for Harsha's wedding. Which we did recap with, the bride or whatever. But yeah, I think as we definitely touched on in that episode, it was a great time. We all had a lot of fun. And if you want a more in-depth discussion of the wedding, check out last episode 169. But yeah, congratulations, Harsha. This is our first, chill podcast as a married man. So anything feel different in your life?
First of all, thanks. Like I said in the previous episode, and
we'll continue to be congratulating on every episode.
Yeah,
no, that's okay. And I don't think it's that different yet. Yeah, I don't know when it'll hit me.
Why are you so ungrateful, man?
What does that mean?
After everything we did, not shut up.
It's just that like. It's just closer to me now. I think that's like the biggest difference, but maybe that could have happened either way.
Like closer physically or emotionally or like mentally?
I think distance wise.
What about spiritually?
Spiritually?
What about psychologically?
No.
What about chemically?
Statistically?
Statistically?
All right. Well, as I already said like 3 or 4 times, check out last episode if you want a more in-depth breakdown of the wedding and the honeymoon even. But yeah, right after you got back from your honeymoon, you moved straight ahead back to Chicago, started up school again, became a working man again after your ish month off. I'm sure your company was completely happy about that.
I don't even know. I don't even think they noticed.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that's for you to figure out.
It's a terrible thing.
But yeah, so you've been in Chicago now for like what, 2-ish weeks? What's how does it feel? You didn't really have any time to settle. You also moved Amrita in. As you said, she's closer to you, so she's in Champaign, which is like what, 2.5 hours away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what was like? And you drove, and that was also new for you guys. So take us through the moving process or moving back for you.
It's been good. Actually, when we were leaving, I felt kind of sad because I was like, damn, like all of you guys, like all my friends were here, and we were all like back together in Nova for like a few weeks. And
Yeah.
And then I guess that was probably like the last actual time that I'd be back home for like more than a month,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
at a time. So I was like, damn, it kind of sucks. But now that I'm back here, I'm like, it's good
fuck
to be
us.
back.
It's good to be back.
Well, I guess that's just how you feel. You just like where you're at. I felt sad about leaving Chicago in March too. So I think I enjoy it a lot more now, obviously, because the weather's nice and don't have to worry about wearing a jacket all the time. And then being independent, again, it's good. Now that I have Amrita here, we like cook together on the weekend, and then like I eat what we cook during the week. So it's somebody else.
Does she take any back for herself?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
But then when she gets back there, she cooks other stuff too. But like,
So she can last for the week. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just like eat this stuff for like a few days, and then eat what my mom gave for the other.
Dude, independent life is so good, guys.
Yeah. But after this week though, no more food from my mom. School's been good too. I feel like I was only gone for 3 months.
Yeah.
But it felt really quicker than that. I was like, fuck, I'm back at school. So that part's not great, but it's good to see all these people. And no Friday class.
Nice.
Have you ever had a Friday class? Like in
last quarter.
Like, okay. Was that the first time since like high school?
No,
Friday classes
in
on for first year,
really?
second year.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, my bad.
Wednesday, Friday, bro.
Yeah, first 2 years of school. Oh, college.
Okay. Maybe I'm confusing Fridays with mornings. My bad.
I think as soon as you moved to our apartment, though, Christian Harsh always had Friday off, and like back at Tech, pretty much.
Thanks for the third party jump in, but
No, because that's why it felt like you always had it off because you literally saw him every day on Friday just at home.
Yeah, Tuesday, Thursday, man. Good deal.
Dude, yeah, when I had classes only on Tuesday and Thursday, what a bless.
Yeah, it was so good.
we get it, man. Your life's hard. Go
It's
to
not my
Stanford.
life. It's fucking engineering curriculum and tech. That's fucking sucks. It's okay. Who cares?
You'd think
I
you'd
guess,
make more of your weekends when you had so much class.
Oh,
but really,
Jesus
you just
Christ.
stayed inside and played FIFA
Oh,
and
my
drank
God.
beer with white fuckers.
Bro, Tarun's got a vendetta against specific people, bro. Hanan, it's the eggs. Tyler,
He's just like a yeah.
Haran drank beer once. Fucking. It's just random people that Tarun knows that he just has one characteristic about that he goes at every single time. And I love it.
But I guess another thing about coming back is someone was in my apartment for the last 3 months, and
wait, you agreed for them to be in your apartment? Let's.
No, he
This
found
time-
out. He
this
found
time
out when he
was
came
different.
back. He found out when he came back.
that would have been crazy. But this time it's it was agreed upon.
Mm.
I guess I thought I wouldn't notice when I came back, but I ended up noticing. I
Yeah,
guess.
so we have a little bit of a story about some of the things that went on, but let's just rant, bro. Just give us the fucking list of shit that happened in this apartment. I mean, your lovely home.
Yeah, I don't know where to start.
That's
not
never
that
a good.
terrible.
That's never a good way to start.
It's not that terrible. The
Bro,
biggest
no,
thing
you
is,
said that before, and then we were all like, what the fuck you mean? This is terrible.
Yeah, so it smells but not the apartment doesn't really smell. But when you open my bedroom door, that wind produces a smell. I
What
don't
wind?
know why.
You have
The
a
wind of
fucking
opening the door.
ecosystem in your
Oh.
apartment?
Wait, what does it smell like?
It smells just
Poo-poo?
terrible.
Like pee-pee?
Not even poop.
like bo, like sweat.
It just smells. I remember they said it smells foul.
Oh wow, it's a strong smell.
Yeah, but it's weird because the living room area is fine and the bedroom's fine. It's just when you open the door. But also if you leave the door open, then it's fine too. It's just the act of opening the door makes it smell. So I think the side of the door.
You have a smelly door?
I guess I have a smelly side of the door. Yeah. So I
The hell do you do with the
Clorox
door?
wipe
What?
it. I Clorox wipe it every other day, but I don't think it's helping.
Man's bleaching his door.
Yeah.
That's
I
crazy.
don't think I've ever heard of that actually. Wait, why not just leave it open?
Because, well, I like to close it when I sleep.
No, that's fair.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess also if you're cooking stuff, you want to close it.
Also,
too.
my apartment's I have to close the door to get to the kitchen. The door's gonna be in the way.
Wait, it opens
Oh.
outward?
It opens outward.
Oh, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I didn't realize that.
Wait, but now that you're fixing the door, you can just flip it around.
What?
Since you're cleaning it, just take it off the hinges, give it a good scrub,
yeah.
and then put it on that backwards. Yeah.
And the door will be on the inside?
Yeah, because if you make it upside down, the handle of the door might be higher up, but you could reach it.
Wait, actually contact your building and see if you can get a door replacement. Maybe it's just the door that's creating the smell. Something's wrong with the door.
Maybe it's...
It's like it's eroding or something.
When he calls it maintenance, he's like, "Can you smell my door?" And we're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Oh,
Yeah,
that
that's
shit's
what my
foul,
parents did.
bro.
My-
They'll do it for free. They'll
Yeah,
feel
my
so
parents
bad.
were yeah, you should tell maintenance about it. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm gonna make them stand right here, start opening the door back and forth. What if they don't even smell it? So that was the biggest thing, I guess. The shower is leaking when you close it. So the tap or spout was loose. So that when you turn on the shower, not all the water was coming up from the shower head. It was still leaking from the tap. So that was kind of annoying. And also if water leaks for a long time, it gets the pipe near the spout gets rusted a little. So you get yellow
Dirty
water.
water. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the second biggest thing. Let's see. Oh, the third thing was he fucking left a laptop here. That's not even bad. It's just
Random.
That's weird.
why? It's the MacBook Pro we used to have in high school, the big one with the
2011?
CD drive and stuff. Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe he just didn't want it, but I don't want it either.
Dude, do you think he's got the code for the submarine on that thing, bro?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Actually, that's something I wanted to talk about.
I don't think we should talk about it now after the recent developments.
I think we definitely should talk
Wait,
about
I don't know
Avatar
any of this
Series.
stuff. I only know about submarine. Something happened submarine. So let's talk about it.
Okay.
We'll talk about it later.
That's weird though. Just leaving a laptop, not
Maybe
as if-
like he's like, man, I
He
really
left the
fucked this
charger too,
apartment.
so I guess he really.
Yeah, he's like, I really fucked
wanted
this
me to use
apartment.
it.
Like maybe hopefully Harsher like accept this as like a.
Did you open it? Maybe the password's like on a sticky note, like just waiting.
No,
for
I didn't open it. It's hella crusty.
Oh, bro, what the fuck?
I guess it's because it's also like 10 years old, but
It's half your age. Yeah.
yeah. So then the laptop that was like it was in the nightstand drawer, and the drawer that it was in is like kind of broken. So like you have to like close it in at a certain angle for the drawer to close. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, that's all. I think.
That's all. Okay.
Oh, he switched
Oh.
my lamps for whatever reason. I don't know why. I kind of like my lamps a certain way, and he just flipped them.
Wait, what way do you like your lamps?
I like one lamp in the living room and one lamp in the bedroom, but he like swapped them. Like the living room one is brighter, so I'd rather have it outside here.
Hmm.
But he flipped them, and he took a spoon or two
How did you notice that he took a spoon?
because I had 4 to begin with.
Yeah, it's
You
true.
have 4 spoons?
Well, like 4 cereal spoons.
Yeah,
I thought
So
that's
I
pretty
bought
fair.
some.
I think I only have like 4 here too.
I'm gonna get you some. I'm gonna get all y'all some fucking spoons, man. What
Wait, why do you use
No,
so many
we-
spoons,
I
bro?
bought
Why
some.
do you
I
use
think me and Ajay have 25 spoons. We have so many spoons.
they do?
Why
I
do you
have,
have so
Why?
many spoons?
I have
bro?
like
What?
12.
Because he already had silverware. I didn't realize that he had silverware. I bought silverware. And then when I brought my silverware, he's like, why'd you buy silverware? I already have silverware. And I was like, I didn't know you had silverware. So then
Okay, yeah, I
a lot of
just
silverware.
like combined leftovers from like from attack and Stanford and just whatever was
Yeah.
left over and brought it over. Yeah.
when he sent me pictures of the apartment, this guy left like a coffee table here, and I was like, it looked like the table we had in the collegiate,
Yeah.
and I don't want it. So I was like, what is that? That's not mine. Like, is that yours? He was like, oh yeah. Do you want me to get rid of it? I was like, yeah. Can you just get rid of all your stuff, please? Like, I don't want any of your stuff. So he just got rid of the table, but he left his bed sheets that were still on the bed, and he left.
Wait,
like,
you left the
some-
sheets on the bed?
That's
Yeah.
whack.
Okay, that's weird. That is weird.
He left a lot of like cooking stuff. So there was like this bottle of vinegar that was like citrus champagne vinegar. I was like, oh, I never tried this before. That was the worst brand of flavor of vinegar ever, bro. We tried to like clean something and it just made it worse with that shit. So yeah, fuck that.
I've never heard of
I think
that.
this dude just doesn't have a sense of smell. That's all the good guy.
So what did you learn from this experience?
Honestly, nothing. Cause like
I think
There's
you're
nothing
never
we could've
gonna.
done.
I think they're never gonna lease again.
Like, is all this shit worth like getting $6,000 over 3 months? Yeah,
yeah,
so it's fine.
that's fair.
Did he pay your full rent?
No, yeah, it was hard for me to find.
But it's
somebody
close
that
though.
would do that.
It's close though, yeah.
Yeah, it's like good enough.
I mean, hopefully next time you do it, they're a little more considerate.
And he's not doing it again.
Next
bro.
time, what do you mean, bro?
He's
Yeah, I
moving,
think
buying a
I'll do it
house.
again.
What do you mean? Ain't no next time. Yeah. Oh shit! He said, "Yeah, fuck." I wasn't expecting it so quickly.
Yeah, today at work, I was talking to this person who's like she does part-time brokering of houses in New York. She was like, do you rent your place in Chicago? I was like, yeah, I rent it. And she was like, well, you should buy a place. It's like super cheap there. You should do it. I was like, she was like, why are you waiting? And I was like, oh,
That's what
okay.
they always say, man.
I was
Wait,
like,
is it
okay, yeah.
cheap? How much is a house in Chicago?
I don't know.
Oh,
But when we went to our family friend's house on the way to Chicago, this guy was telling us like one of his friends lives in Chicago, and she's in med school, and like for whatever reason, like her mom had to take her study, so like she didn't have a desk, so she would study on her bed. She was like, I can't do this anymore, and then her parents came across this other house in their neighborhood, like the neighbor was selling the house, and then they just bought it, and she just goes there and she just studies there. Like they have a separate house.
What?
What?
Yeah.
shit, bro. People have a study room.
Study your house.
House.
That's
Study
right.
house.
That's tough. That's
It's like, oh, would you like to join me in the study? Sure. Put your shoes on. Let's take a walk.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Oh, man, I
So
wanna go study, but it's raining
it can't be
outside.
that expensive. It can't be that expensive, you know.
Nah, that's crazy. Well, you had one dirty guy, but this is a recent development in the last 24 hours. I want to hear about another dirty guy that you came across last night that we were not originally going to talk about, but I think it's noteworthy enough to, what the fuck happened. So for some context, Harsha had this event after class yesterday. And I think as he's mentioned before, there's like a bar near like where he has one of his classes or something like that. And they went, they got like a couple like school sponsored drinks and whatever. And Harsha was on the way home and he encountered this NPC, I guess, like some shit you can't even write in a story. At least that's how I interpreted it. So you tell us about this interesting character you came across last night, 3 drinks in to your wonderful Wednesday evening.
Yeah, so this guy was outside my building and just fully peeing. Like my building's on a
not
street.
Not half peeing, fully peeing.
Fully peeing.
Where
not
it's like a
pre-pee.
full intersection where you can't really hide yourself if you wanted to pee like that. But I don't think he cared. So you're just like peeing onto the sidewalk and like looking at people and then like giving a thumbs up. He gave a thumbs up to me while he was peeing and I was like, I need to go home. And then like this mom was also in the lobby. So my apartment has like 2 doors for extra security. So you have to like open one and then open another. So this mom was having trouble with a stroller because she had a kid. So I was like helping her and she had the most disgusted look on her face. And then we get to the elevator and the peeing guy comes in with his friend. And I get on the elevator first, and then I expect the mom and the kid to get behind me because that was like how the line was for the elevator, but she didn't. And these 2 guys walked in, and the other guy that wasn't peeing was like, I think she looked so mortified, just like looking at this dude, and then the guy was like, she was just really scared of your pee-pee. And he was like, yeah, dude, I just really had to go. But it's really confusing the PS at our apartment building that you're going into because there's bathrooms here. But anyways, I was
only in Chicago.
I pressed the up button to get up the elevator, and then he also pressed the up button right after me, even though I already pressed it. And then like I got to my floor, and then he was like, "Have a good one." And I was like, "Yeah, you too." And he was like, "Yeah, you too." And then I just left.
When you say peeing guy, bro, I just imagine this dude like walking in the building, like still pissing, like just walking and pissing, like like a dog when they don't know like when to stop. Has that been the weirdest encounter you think you've had so far in Chicago? Like throughout all of your time there?
Probably not. I can't think of one, but that was pretty tame.
That's crazy.
That was tame, down.
Yeah. Oh man.
I think people on the train get kind of crazy at a certain time.
That's fair.
But I guess they're not directly talking to me.
Right.
They're just talking to themselves.
Because you'd punch
next to me.
You punched them.
The other day I was on a train and there was this guy that was rapping and he sounded exactly like Designer. So much so that like I paused my music and looked at him to see if it was Designer for some reason. It wasn't. But he was rapping about, I don't even know, like being a missionary, I guess. Or like a soldier of God, of Jesus Christ.
Designer. Famous prophet.
Bro, at first he was like, I was like, damn, it's kind of sick. Like, this sounds good. But then he started just screaming because he's, for lack of a better word, like a crazy guy. Like, I don't know what he was on, but he had me going for a second.
Like, was he like ad-libbing and shit? Is that why you thought it was like Designer? Or
like his voice.
Oh, okay.
And like, kill everybody walking. No one's supposed to be.
I think those are like fucking crazy noises.
Not like those, like just the voice sounded.
I got you.
And like the nature of his intonation and rhythm. Anyway, yeah, he had me in the first half.
Yo, speaking of Designer, there's some dude who does not get mentioned very often. He got arrested recently.
For what?
Having his dick out on a plane.
And?
Hey, man. Timmy Turner, baby.
That's crazy.
Nah, apparently... Actually, I don't even know if I want to tell the whole story. Basically, the flight attendant was like what the fuck are you doing? He's like, nah, I wasn't doing anything. And they got kicked off the plane. And then he like checked himself into like sex rehab or something.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
Yeah. And we've yet to hear from him, so maybe good things are happening in sex rehab.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know.
People that go to sex rehab don't just have sex in rehab.
How would you know?
No, that's like going to AA and drinking in a circle. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's just like a frat. just like
Alpha.
Yeah. I love when we just make fun of people's problems.
This is so bad.
So casually.
But when you were talking about, see this dude on the subway, this perfect transition to what I was going to talk about next was I went up to New York we had a triple birthday celebration. It was Tarun's roommate Ajay, friends of the podcast, Nays and Ankit. They all celebrated their birthdays Memorial Day weekend. And before I get into all of that, I've witnessed my first ever fight on a New York train. It was wonderful. Okay, wonderful is probably not the right word I should use. But anyway, we were all, I don't even remember what the fuck we were doing. We were going somewhere. I think we were going to somebody's apartment. And there's like a group of probably like a dozen of us just like chilling on the train, waiting to go to the next stop. Like we just got on, waiting to switch lines. And we hear some kids like yelling at each other. We're like, all right, whatever. When I say kids, they're probably like late teens, maybe mid-teens. I'm not sure. My back was to them, so I didn't really get a good look at them. Anyway, they're like yelling and screaming or whatever. All of a sudden, I hear this fucking, bro, some dude got his shit rocked. And I laughed a little bit, but like, if there's some like serious shit going down, like you don't want to like, be a part of the problem, right?
Yeah.
And they're like still fucking yelling and anything. And then the doors close. And then I think it was a girl. On the outside. She started kicking the fucking door after the train had closed to open the doors, still yelling at this other kid. And like this other woman like stepped in, trying to hold the kid on the train back. And then fucking Tarun starts singing New York. And bro,
not just me. There's another fucker that sang with me.
Okay, yeah, 2 of the 12 fuckers, and the rest of us all looked at him and be like, "Hey, yo, shut the fuck up."
We're trying to get robbed.
The doors were closed, bro. We're leaving. It's fine.
Yeah, but this woman trying to kick the fucking doors open, which she did. They opened again. Nah, man.
That's the most Tarun shit ever,
yeah,
bro.
you playing a risky game, man.
I will say I definitely could have waited longer to bring that out. But I felt safe in that moment because I was next to Christian. So
anyway, that was just an anecdote of the New York trip. For this birthday celebration, we got a boat. Or when I say
we got a boat.
Yeah,
okay.
When I say we, Ankit, Ajay, and Nays got a boat to go out in the Hudson, which apparently is a very popular thing to do, especially Memorial Day weekend. Everybody dressed in their best white outfits. For context, this is, at least for a party boat, this is my 3rd time. I don't know about yours. Yours as well?
Probably the same, yeah.
Yeah, so obviously we went to one in Seattle when Harsh's engagement, the one in Cabo, and this one. And for your two's reference, this was probably about the size of the boat in Seattle. But
big.
Yeah, decently sized, but it's just us. It wasn't no randoms. And it was good. What were we there for like 3 hours, 4 hours, something like that?
It was 4.5.
4.5 hours.
Damn, that's pretty long.
Yeah.
The last 2 times I believe I've been on boats, I've been in the ocean. Right? The one in Seattle, the Pacific Ocean. I think Cabo as well, the Pacific Ocean. Boats on the river are very different. Stepped on this thing, and within the first 5 minutes, I swear we were like tilting at like 30, 40 degrees. Like this shit was rocking back and forth. And I was like, okay, maybe we can get out on the water. It'll be better. As far as stability wise, like I think everybody had a great time. Don't want to take anything away with that. But this shit was rocking like a motherfucker. I mean, I don't want to name names, but people were throwing up. Like there was some, I don't want to expose nobody, but it was definitely
people drinking though.
Yeah, but that's the thing is that like I feel like on our Cabo boat we got hella drinks in. It was a little whatever, but we got hella drinks in. With this, I think people were afraid to get drinks, and also they were not making the drinks very strong on this boat. And apparently it's illegal to serve shots on boats in New York.
Oh shit! I don't know.
They had to like put something in if you ordered a shot, you had to like put some sort of chaser in it in order for them to like legally.
But if you got on your own boat, is it like to serve a shot?
To serve.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
so
not
like if you're on your own boat.
Shots. No.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't like. I was about to think how the hell are you gonna enforce that if you like your own boat? Like makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's illegal to serve.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I think people were kind of hesitant because like. I didn't have like that much of a problem with it. Like it was a little just like unstable, just like standing up all the time. But like other than that, like I was okay. Mm-hmm. But like Ankit, for example, he had probably like 5 drinks, and he was like, "Dude, if I have another drink, I'm not making it home."
Yeah, just to be fair, like I also probably had around the same, and like I wasn't drunk or anything, but like after being on that boat for like 4 hours with the rockiness, like, and I'm not even someone that like really gets seasick. I would say like. Even in Cabo, that fucking Cabo boat was going all over the place. You could barely stand up unless you were holding on to something.
Yeah.
But here, I don't know what it was. It was fucked. My stomach was definitely feeling some type of way.
Yeah. So I think a bunch of people were a little like had some hesitation when it came to like going all out for that. But like I said, the drinks also were not very strong. So I think I'm only painting the downsides of this boat right now, which I feel a little unfair doing. Because it was a great time. I think everybody had a lot of fun. There were 60 something people there, 80 something. I don't remember.
Oh, damn, that's a lot of people.
Yeah,
it is a lot of people. 60 something people. Everybody is either friends or friends of friends. So everybody gets along, except for this one guy.
Wait.
Dude, do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think so. We'll yeah. Swiftly forward.
And so it was a great time. Everybody got to celebrate their birthday. Neha drove the boat, which that may have contributed to the rockiness of the boat. What else happened? I mean, we did classic birthday stuff. Cut cake. Sang happy birthday. I think honestly the time kind of flew by for me. We went out to like Ellis Island pretty much. That far in the Hudson, then came back. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm missing too much. I don't think too much happened per se on the boat, but yeah, it was great to just have everybody there.
Our Seattle party boat was on a lake. That's all though.
Add that in there. Like
just speaking of lakes, we're gonna go to an ad, so we'll see you later. Speaking of the Lakers, who are also in California, Haran, you have a story to tell.
It's a great transition. Yeah, I don't know if it's much of a story, but the last 2 days, I was in San Diego. So basically, a bunch of Sakar, who's been on the podcast before, lives out in Pasadena, and a bunch of his high school friends came out to visit him, and then another friend, Joey, that had also moved to, and Jabin, who all live in the LA area. And they decided to do a road trip down to San Diego. And Sakar was telling me I should come along, and I was like, yeah, fuck it. And we left on like Tuesday after lunch. We honestly didn't do too much. I think they'd already been to San Diego before, so we didn't do too much like sightseeing. Tuesday we just spent the majority of the day just drinking, because those guys are also DJing as hell. But yeah, we just went to a couple of bars, got some drinks, came back, didn't eat dinner, continued to drink, just had some chips and stuff, and then we went out. I thought there'd be no one out, but we found like a decently packed place for a Tuesday night. I was there for quite a bit. and then at like 11:30, like I'll probably get some food in us. So he's got some burgers. Actually, no, wait, I think it was later than that. I think we got food at like 1:30. We got back home at like 2.
Okay, well, you talked recently about people getting burgers. So what'd you get this time instead of, not getting a grilled cheese at In-N-Out?
Oh yeah, no, this place actually had like chicken stuff. So I just got a chicken and bacon burger. Yeah,
kind of
that's good. What do you want me to say?
I don't know. You got a grilled cheese.
But yeah, it was a good first night. And then the next day I just woke up, did some work in the morning. Didn't feel too hungover, which is good. The Airbnb that we got was absolutely disgusting though. Like the bathroom was nasty. The place was like, the floor was like kind of dirty. But it was cheap, so I guess for what it was, we did the job. And then we got like brunch, and dude, this was probably like the fattest brunch I've ever had in my goddamn life. We all ordered like one dish only, and I swear, like I got chicken and waffles, and like the waffles had like bacon slices in the waffle, which I never heard before. What? And they had like it was like 6 waffle pieces and like 3 pieces like fat fried chicken, and I didn't even finish the plate, and I'm pretty sure that plate would have been easily like 2.5k calories, and I don't think my calorie intake is even that high.
Yeah, bro, that's like 5k.
I don't even think I'd eat that much
in a day.
That much in a day, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was good, but it was also kind of disgusting at the same time. I don't think anyone finished the plate.
Yeah.
But then with the whole trip, they were doing this thing where like, I guess we kind of do it too. Like, oh, how much money for you to like do this or do that? And then,
we only do that with Harsha and LeBron.
That's true. Yeah. And then one of the guys was like, "Yo, Haran, how much for you to finish that plate and then get another plate and finish that one too?"
Oh my god.
And then he's like, "Would you do it for like 100k?" And I was like, "I think I would do it for 100k. I feel like even if like you feel full, you'll find a way, and like even if like it'll fuck you up for the whole day. But like
the whole day, it might be longer. Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, there's a time limit until I finish like in an hour and a half.
Oh,
that's kind of hard, I guess.
I feel like I could make it. I can make it happen if I knew.
Yeah, you could.
The fact that I'm saying this now that I didn't even finish one, like I think I ate like 85% of what was on my plate. I think if I like bacon, but I don't like bacon like that. And I think if the bacon wasn't in the waffles like that, I feel like that wouldn't have filled me up as much.
You gotta drop the details of this place, bro. Bacon in waffles? That sounds like
it's called
some sort of culinary crime.
It tastes pretty decent to be fair. It's called Hash House. I think it could be a chain. The menu is also huge. There's so many options. It's actually crazy.
I see. I see what's going on here.
Yeah, after that, they got some coffee because they're feeling tired. And then we went to Sunset Cliffs, which is like a touristy spot in San Diego. Just like it's pretty explanatory. Just like a cliff with the beach right next to it. And like you get like a nice view of everything. We just walked around there for a little bit, and then we actually went down to like there's like a beach area there, and like a bunch of people are out. There's a lot of white people pretty much, but I will say, dude, everyone on that bitch was like fit as hell. Like the guys were like all like not bodybuilders, but they're all like pretty like, I don't know, like I feel like when you go to most American beaches, swole, yeah. Like, I feel like you go to most American beaches, like it's a pretty diverse crowd of like like fit to
sizes.
Sizes, yeah. And just like color, just like people like skin color. I think when we walked in there, because I guess to give more context, there's like 3 brown guys, 2 Asian guys, and 1 white guy that pulled up to this beach, and everyone else on the beach was like quite literally all white, except maybe like 3 people of color. So I guess that was kind of a culture shock for me. But yeah, we just sat there for a while. I didn't actually bring any beach clothes. I was just sitting in my jeans and like a polo, which definitely looked worse for me. But yeah, just sitting there. Yeah, I didn't know we were actually gonna go to a beach, so I would have packed like swim shorts and stuff. But you just sat there. I was answering emails on my phone. Yeah, the other guys went into the water and shit. And then it's the car drove me home after, which was a long ass drive, but good 2-day trip, I guess, or like a day and a half. But it was fun. I had a good time.
You didn't go to Petco Park?
I wanted to, man, but they're playing. Oh, dude. The Padres are so bad, man. I don't know.
Why you say it like you fucking watched them for 10 years?
I know. I literally only watched this season. I watched like I swear every game I watched this season. I was like watching baseball like towards like the last few innings, Every game I watch, they're up. Like when I start watching, I'm like, oh, let's go. And they always choke it. Literally, the last 4 games I watched, they fucking choke a lead like in the late innings because the fucking bull. Oh, dude. Baseball fucking sucks, man. I hate it. I don't know why I invested my time into this sport. Any team I pick, it's just ass, man. I'm a curse.
Except the Nuggets.
That's so crazy that you pick half the league in every sport and they all lose. Fucking terrible statistically.
Yeah. But I do want to go to Petco Park to watch a game. I will say that the atmosphere there is pretty cool. I don't know. Maybe this year, maybe next year. I want to go this year. I was hoping they'd play like in like Anaheim or something. That's a lot closer to me. But they're playing their series in San Diego this season, unfortunately.
But that wouldn't be Petco Park anymore.
No, that is true. About just like selfishly, it would be a quicker trip for me. But yeah, maybe like for like a weekend game, so I don't have to actually like spend the night or something there or something like that. But
yeah, what else has been going on, man? Like we haven't really talked to you. Well, as a podcast, I mean, I hope even originally we've talked to you since you.
Yeah, no one's talking to me.
Came back to California, so this is the first this is the longest period where you've had to like not go anywhere, right?
That's true. So, yeah. So, I've been here for like a month. Nothing too crazy has really happened on the weekends. It's just been like kind of chilling, resetting for the week. Last week I played basketball every day for like 6 days straight. And then on the 6th day, I fucking smashed my foot into the pole of like where the hoop is attached to. And my heel actually hasn't recovered. I was actually in pain, kind of walking around the last 2 days.
You said you were going to go to the doctor today, did you?
Yeah, no, I made an appointment.
Friday.
I made an appointment yesterday. Or I called yesterday and then I had to make an appointment today, and then the next available appointment was next Thursday. But it's actually like a podiatry place, so like they'll let you know. I feel like if I go to the hospital, they're just gonna be like, "Oh yeah, you should go get that checked out by a specialist." So it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's fair.
So I probably should have called last week so I could get an appointment for this week. But I'm getting it checked out next Thursday. I don't think it's anything too serious because like it's like on the soft tissue part of like the heel, so like it could. I think it just like needs time to heal, but I just want to make sure it's not more serious than that because it still hurts.
Indeed.
Because I've had this happen to me before. I think we were playing tennis or something, or basketball, like last fall. But that one, like it recovered pretty quickly. Like within 2 days, I was okay. But this one still hurts. So that's why this week kind of sucks because I don't actually can move. But yeah, besides that, I've just been chilling. I think we're going to go to Universal soon, July 4th weekend. So I'm actually looking forward to that because Universal Hollywood.
Who's we? Who's we?
Yeah, me and my roommate and two of his friends are gonna go for like a day. So yeah, looking forward to that. Because I've been to the Universal in Florida, and that one's pretty good. I think this one's pretty comparable in terms of like they have like the same like Harry Potter world and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just scared because we're going to July 4th weekend. It's gonna be like hella busy and lines are gonna be long. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
They shall.
It'll be fun, bro.
Yeah,
it'll be a good time. All right. Well, we've gotten it from the West Coast and the East Coast, and we've technically already heard from the Not Coast. But Harsha, you said you started school again. You told us that you have an interesting class. That's all we know. Please elaborate, because you could just be, fucking stalking people for all we know. So,
sure.
Unhurl.
Like throw up?
Yeah.
First of all, I don't want anyone to sleep on the great coast of Lake Michigan. It's a pretty good coast over here. But other than that, so last quarter, I was like, there's 3 classes you have to take, like foundations classes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking the last one right now, but I'm also taking another class I just got to pick. So this one's called, it's like a negotiations class. So it's kind of cool. Like each class you have to do an in-class negotiation with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So you should get a sheet of paper about like some information. So I got one last class and was like, oh, you're like a wireless technology company and you're trying to acquire somebody else. And this is like the maximum price you'd pay for this company and like some other information about the company.
Mm-hmm.
And they get a similar sheet about like, you're trying to get bought out and this is like the price you want to get bought out at. And he times you for like 18 minutes. You have to go somewhere in the school and like
18
do
minutes.
negotiation. Yeah, it includes like walking and stuff.
That's
like
so
you go
specific.
shake hands, and then you have to be back in the room by the time like the time runs out. Otherwise, you get no deal. It's like basically you just agree on a price. You just agree on a price, and then at the end you write your names down on the board and the price you agreed upon, and then he just like looks at all of them and like talks about it. But it's kind of cool. I felt like, you know, they're watching like Succession. Just felt like I was on, like that.
Wait, no, that is hype.
You know?
Yeah. Wait, so how did you? What were your negotiating tactics?
Yeah, how are your deals so far?
I feel like Harsha wouldn't budge.
Yeah, I feel like
No, I budged, but I ended up. So basically, the other one, it was like I wanted to buy this company and I wanted to pay no more than 25 million, and he wanted to sell for no less than 10 million, and we ended up at 18.
Wait, say it again.
You mean the other way around?
Oh, other way around.
I think.
Sorry.
You wanted to buy? Wait, what? Wait, say it again. Sorry, I think I might.
I wanted to buy it for like 10 million. I flipped it. Yeah, I wanted to buy it for 10 million or more.
I was so confused. I was like,
deal.
Yeah. So.
Met him in the middle.
The thing is, you don't know what the other person's price is, so it's just kind of. So I guess in that scenario, like I said my number first, and I think, like I guess you would kind of want. You would think that you would want the second number. It's like you want to let them say it, but it's actually better if you say it first, because then you like kind of set the balance of the negotiation. So
what did you say?
I was like, I don't remember anymore, but I think I said like 14. I started at 14, and then he was like, "What about 18?" Or like 19. I was like, "Oh, what about like 18?" That's it.
There's no like
that's cinema. Like, that's cinema right there.
There's no like was it literally just you spitting out numbers until you felt good, or was there
there's a reason? Like you just make up shit, be like, "Yeah, I think your company sucks, and like I want to buy it because like you're not good at whatever," and you have some numbers and information to back it up, but you don't have any information about like the value of the company actually. So like just whatever, and that was like the first one we did without learning anything. That was like the first thing we did in class. So then now every class you have to like prepare for one and like do it in class. So we'll see how it goes next time.
That's interesting.
That's pretty interesting.
Next one is I'm selling a painting.
Oh, you're selling a painting?
I'm selling a painting and I want to sell it. I originally put it on the market for 17 million. Or sorry, 17,000.
Okay, I was gonna say, what the fuck, painting 17? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of paintings like that.
No one's bought it yet, so now I'm willing to sell it for no less than 6,000. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna say my offer. So my homework that I submitted, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna submit an offer first of 32,000 and see what happens.
Wait, what? You gonna go higher? Wait, what?
yeah. I'll be like, yeah, you had to buy it for this much, so we'll see. But I guess we learn more. And then at the end of each class, he goes through like a personal negotiation, like of his old stories and stuff. So he was telling us how he was trying to buy a piano, and he went to the place that he wanted it for, and it was like 6,000. And he was like, "Oh, are you sure? Is that all you can do?" Or whatever. And she was like, "Oh, we have a sale that just expired, so about like 5,400." He was like, "Oh, okay, thanks." And he went back, and then he just started calling every single Yamaha dealer. He was like, "Oh, can you beat this price?" And then he kept lowering the price, and he was like, "Can you beat this price?" Because they're not allowed to talk about the prices. They don't list their prices like these dealers, right? Because they just do it negotiate. So then finally he got it down to like 3,700, and then he went back to the first lady. He was like, "Okay, I have it for 3,700, but like I'm just telling you because you get some commission out of it. Otherwise, like if you say no, I'm just gonna fuck off and go somewhere else." She was like, "Fine, we can do it for that much," and then he got it.
Oh my
damn, that's
God,
insane
dude,
assertion.
This
he
is
said it all took 2 hours.
Class, dude.
2 hours?
When I buy a car and bring in your ass, please make sure you take notes.
Yeah, he was like, "Have you ever heard of anyone saying that they got a bad deal on a car?" And then they're like, "No." He's like, "Yeah, it's because everybody just thinks they got a good deal, but they don't."
Damn.
That's like.
So does he grade like each person's performance on that deal?
No, because that would be really toxic. But apparently he used to teach his class in Wharton and UPenn, and that's what they had to do. It was like you graded on.
Oh, I don't mean like actually like an actual number grade. I mean like, does he tell you like, "Oh, you could have got a better deal," or like, "Oh, you"?
Oh, I mean, no.
Much?
I think it's just bounded by like the max price on either end. So no one's gonna agree to something outside of that. So if you get close to the ends, then you did a good job. But actually, in Wharton, it's like depending on how well you did in the negotiation determines your grade.
That's kind of
really hella toxic. So
that's hella toxic.
Dude, Harsh's gonna be the best Monopoly player of all time after this class.
Nah, dude.
So I was saying was like he went through his like credentials and he didn't get an MBA himself. He was just like did like some master's in econ or whatever, and he first like when he taught this class for the first year at UPenn, like one of the kids raised their hand and was like, or not kids, one of the students was like, "Why are you qualified to teach this class?"
Damn. Oh my god!
Pretty much. And then, so the way you sign up for classes, at least here, it's like, and there too, it's like you bid for the class in terms of points, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then based on how much every bid you get the class, or and then so for this class, since that was his first time teaching it, you don't bid on it; it's just free because it's a new professor.
Mm-hmm.
So then he was like, "How much did you bid for this class?" to the student, and the student was like, "I didn't bid on it; it was free." And then he was like, "You get what you paid for, I guess."
That's a good one,
bro. This guy's legendary.
He was like, "Yeah." After that, I was scared of business students.
Bro,
that's some pretentious
fun.
White boy ass.
It was a girl.
Oh, pretentious girl.
So, what? This is probably a stupid question, but what's like the end goal of this class? Right? Obviously, you're getting like better negotiation skills. Like, do you think that this guy will give you all the tools necessary to become a better negotiator and like better understand like those kinds of conversations?
Nah, I don't think so. I think like. I mean, you just have to like practice and do it yourself, I think.
Yeah.
Which I'm just not going to do. So I think that's what you have to do. The final paper, like you have to do a negotiation outside of classes, write about it, like 1,000 words or something. But like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. Like, I don't buy things like that. So we'll see.
You can sell this podcast.
Yeah, our value, very high, very high. We will accept no less than $0.
I feel like we could get 100.
Okay, yeah.
Drew, would you pay $100 for this podcast? Do you want to own our podcast?
If you think about all the assets, like think about the
our
Instagram,
voices,
the designs, our voices, yeah.
That's
Dude, honestly, it might be worth more if we license our voices to be used for like AI voice generation. Because we have such a backlog of content of our voices.
Yeah. All right. Let's run some quick numbers here. Let's just generalize that all of our episodes are, I don't know, an hour and 10 minutes long. Is that fair? Just like on average? 170.
170 times 70.
That's almost 200 hours of us talking.
Sounds about right.
Well, now that we've mastered the art of negotiation, let's move on to some stuff that we have absolutely not mastered. This new segment definitely will be reused in the future if it does well. Usually we try to find things that we're knowledgeable about to try and regurgitate information. We thought it'd be fun to do the opposite. Talk about things we don't know anything about. So, Tarun has something somewhat prepared. I don't. Harsha does or doesn't?
Yeah, he can.
and Haran was really excited to talk about this one thing. So
I'm excited is not the word. I just wanted to, honestly, it didn't to be part of this segment. I just wanted to talk about it with you guys.
Okay,
but
let's you kick it off and then we'll go to Tarun since he actually has something.
Okay. This is more just like a hypothetical question that I'm putting out here. Okay, so you guys, as we listen to this podcast right now, I think there'll be more news about this. But as four of us probably know, the Titanic Voyage submarine, I'm not sure what the name for it is. Like I said, I'm not that knowledgeable about this whole thing. Essentially, I think it's confirmed that's run out of oxygen. So the passengers on there are most likely.
Can you explain from the beginning, like what this is? Like.
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, yeah. So the Titanic crashed back in early 1900s. Recently, there's been it's basically rich people have been like going on these like expeditions to go see the remains of the Titanic by taking the submarine down to explore it. And I didn't know anything about this until the news broke out that one of the expeditions got lost underwater. And I think that came out like 4 or 5 days ago, I think. And since then, they have heard nothing from that ship. And the news came out saying like this morning that essentially that the ship has run out of oxygen, most likely. And since no one's heard from the ship, it pretty much seemed that they've passed away.
Well, they found debris today.
Oh right, yeah, sorry, that did come out after. Yeah, this I should have read that this morning. So most likely these passengers passed away, and there's been like mixed reactions on Twitter. I think the most
Bro,
shit
I
I've
don't
seen
know
on
about
Twitter.
mixed reactions, man. There's been reactions.
I guess my point is, do you think these people? I don't want to say deserved, but like, do you feel bad for the passengers that have passed away by going on this expedition?
Yes,
because I don't think I do. I don't know if that's a hot take or not.
I think yes, just because at the concept, loss of life is a bad thing.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
However, these people just like maybe you guys haven't personally dealt with this, but have you ever like hung out with like dated a girl that's got all red flags and you just like, oh, she's pretty, just ignore all the red flags? That's basically what these fuckers did with this submarine. They told them 1,000 times like, oh, this shit is unsafe. This shit is unsafe. Oh, I have money. It's safe. Let's go down to the Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
Same shit.
Yeah.
So I feel like another example is like FTX, right? The collapse of that was so massive. Biggest names in celebrity history were like fucking investors in that shit. Even Kevin O'Leary, who's like a money mogul, Shark Tank god, he got fucked over. He still believes that FTX is in the right, like a fucking idiot. I think sometimes like when you have so much money, like people like, I don't know, people I think have like, or some people have a way of like manipulating things to like make it seem like the most amazing thing. And especially when they sell it, I'm assuming as like an experience that no one else can afford. Which like to rich people, like, if you can drop $250 on a submarine tour, you can pretty much buy whatever you want like immediately, right? So like I think a lot of these people are like desensitized to like regular things. So then they're like, oh, we should do something crazy. Let's go see the Titanic because we have the money. And they probably didn't do their due diligence, even though they have teams and teams of people that they hired to do that. And so, although I do feel bad, it like unfortunately doesn't surprise me like something that like this would happen.
Yeah, and I guess like the things I see on Twitter, like people making like jokes about it, like yeah, it is like kind of fucked to make jokes about it, but these are the same people. They're making jokes about the same people that went to like go on expeditions to see people that also had passed away on like a very big like crash that happened a long time ago. So it's like, I don't know. It's a weird thing, but I will say some of the jokes that came out are pretty funny.
Can you give an example?
Oh fuck, yeah, I did find my phone.
I saw one tweet like earlier that was like, if my boyfriend was on the submarine and I found out that there was girls on it, I would have found the submarine in like 10 minutes.
There's one that Harsha liked.
Me?
Yeah.
There's a lot of really bad ones.
Oh, yeah, I like one where it's like Titanic submarine passengers release an image of what they're seeing at the bottom of the ocean.
I like that one too. Yeah, that was funny.
Art sent a tweet to us that was like, they're currently gambling odds on whether the Titanic submarine will be found.
I saw that. I almost put a bet down. I'm not gonna lie. I thought about it. I gotta get my money up,
So then my favorite one that I saw was Butt Crack Sports said the Titanic adding numbers to its death toll despite being underwater for over 100 years, and then the video was like a LeBron James compilation from like back in 2012. It was just
Y'all see this shit about one of the stepsons or whatever, bro?
Yeah. The what?
So one of the billionaires or whatever.
Oh yeah.
They have there's like a stepson who obviously there's only like what 4 or 5 people on this submarine, but one of the stepsons is I think in the UK or maybe US, I don't know. Anyway, this dude has gone through like the whole character arc in like 72 hours. First, he was like, "Oh, I'm at a Blink 182 concert," and he like tagged the singer of Blink 182. I was like, "Okay, whatever. That's kind of weird, but whatever." And then his next tweet was like, "Oh, I can't believe the media are manipulating this. Like, this is a tough time for my family." And then like 3 hours later, he's like, "Hey, yo, decided to go back to Blink 182 the second time." I was like, "Yo, that in itself is just weird, right?" Next day, there's this OnlyFans model who posted something on Twitter, and she was like, "Can I sit on you?" She just posted that like as a tweet from her account. This man's quote tweeted it and just said yes with a like lovey emoji. And 4 hours later, he's like, "I can't believe the media are making this such a hard time in my life." I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And then I saw, now this could be fabrication. It is Twitter. But I saw a tweet today, basically him making like 2 more tweets and being like, "Oh, I can't believe the old media, blah blah blah," and then he's like, "Hell yeah, I'm gonna say N-word. I'm really from the streets." Now that's probably the least believable out of all of them because this man is, well, I guess the Blink-182 explains that he's white, but anyway, yeah. So this guy is really making nobody feel sorry for him.
I thought like the wife of the pilot of the submarine, her great grandparents were on the Titanic that passed away, and now I guess her husband has also not passed away on the submarine itself too, which is fucking crazy. But then I'm also like, why would you willingly let your husband go on an expedition where I don't know, man. It's weird. It's really weird. People are making up conspiracy theories that like these guys didn't die and like they're just like into a different like dimension, and like someone's like, what if the submarine just comes up with a whole different like group of people that went down with or something? I don't know. People have too much free time.
I think they went to Atlantis Square Pantis.
That's our quote for the week. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about it with you guys.
Did you get everything out of that segment that you wanted?
Yeah, I don't know. I want to think what you guys thought. If I was fucked up for thinking it's kind of funny.
I think it depends on your sense of humor. Like, obviously, we have pretty dark senses of humor, right? So we're going to find that kind of thing more funny than some other people might, you know? So,
yeah.
Haran, you got your kick out of your... This is supposed to be a 1-minute segment each, but we definitely extrapolated that. Tarun, please. Go ahead.
So, as you all know, Bradley Beal was traded from the Wizards to the Suns.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And I want to talk about this because there's such a crazy event that happened in my life that I really care about. So I wanted to talk about it. So as you all know, Bradley Beal, this guy. Well, actually, let me just say, I think this trade is fucking stupid.
For which team?
Both. I think Bradley Beal should have retired. And now I may go into the reason why I think Bradley Beal should have retired yesterday. Number one, this dude's averaging like maybe 11 points a game. This dude.
That's the first time hearing this.
Yeah. Breaking news.
This dude never won a championship.
That is factual.
No lies told.
His name, I don't like it. It's not LeBron James, so he doesn't have the clout. In fact, Bradley Beal, it kind of sounds like the name you'd give your dog. He kind of looks like a dog. Also, I think his knees are in bad shape or something, right?
Do you think he would need some guards for his knees?
What a dog he is.
His knees are bad. I think he actually has terrible team. What is it? Team play. I don't know what's the word for it. Like he doesn't work well with the team. He doesn't pass. He's very selfish and also self-conscious because his hairline is really
Oh, I thought we weren't talking about LeBron.
And also,
dude, I did not know you hate Bradley Beal this much.
I have nothing else to say.
I love this. This is wonderful.
I also think just generally, well, I think I've said it like a million times before on this podcast. Like, I don't like the Wizards, but I really fucking hate the Suns.
Okay.
Because what the fuck have the Suns done?
Bars?
Nothing, dude. Have they ever won a championship? Have they ever done anything? No, right?
No.
Thank you. Yeah.
But now they have Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and Kevin Durant. So that should do something. Right?
Devin Booker's washed ever since he broke up with Kendall.
Yeah, cook his ass. Yeah, get him. Yeah.
Well, who else did you say?
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant.
Bro, Kevin Durant's old as shit now. That's actually facts. He's like 50. He's actually 50.
Harsh is actually jacking off right now.
You know, LeBron, they tell him to shut up and dribble. Bradley Beal should just shut up.
Oh my God. Don't even dribble. It's a perfect end to that segment.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, that was my Stephen A. segment. Thank you.
That was good, man. You're in your bag. You're in your bag in that segment.
Yeah, good job.
Thanks.
You have a future in this.
Dude, I could totally be on first take, bro. I have the chops. I gotta send this as an audition tape.
It's beautiful.
There's no way that they spew more knowledge than what I just said.
They don't
Honestly,
actually.
You're right. You're right. Well, I thought of something. Turn inspired me. Obviously, I know a lot about a lot of sports, including soccer, but I do not know that much about this particular soccer match, which I saw on Twitter or actually on TikTok. I saw a clip of it. That is the under 21 international match between India and Pakistan.
Oh my god! Sunil Chetri.
We're the goats. Sunil Chetri scored a fucking hat trick.
He scored a hat trick?
Under 21?
Yes, sir.
Wait, under 21? How the fuck are you playing under 21?
Did you say under 21? He's under 21.
Oh, this is not the under 21 match. No.
But there's like 40.
Sorry. Yeah. This is not the under 21. This is just a regular international SAFF championship group stage.
I don't know what the hell that is.
Bro.
Cool.
Yeah. So shout out Sunil Chetri. Fucking got 2 pens. But hey, it's still a hat trick. Udanta Singh, bro.
Dude's 38.
Might go. Oh,
God
so
damn.
he's almost double the 21s. Shit. I really hate the fact that my guy Pritam Katal had to get taken off for Nikhil Pujari, bro. That's such a huge loss for the team.
Whose team?
It's India, right?
Yeah, India. Yeah.
Is it India?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking the GOAT number 7, Anirudh Thapa, bro, got taken off for Rohit Kumar.
I think he goes to tech.
Could you believe this blasphemy by the manager, whose name is definitely on here somewhere? And Chetri got taken off too. Can you believe
That's fucked up, man.
For fucking Liston Kolako, bro? That doesn't even sound Indian.
I think it's a song. It's a Tamil song.
Yeah, this guy.
So, did Pakistan score?
No, it's 4-0, bro. India dominated.
Classic.
We have to sweep their ass.
Now, I do have to point out some of the Pakistani players, if I'm being fair and equal on this podcast. Number 2 got taken off for a yellow card offense, which is just, shameful in my opinion. Muhammad Umar Hayat. How dare you get a yellow card in this match?
Hayat? What's it?
Hayat. 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 I know how to spell his name. He's the GOAT. This was the first match of this group stage. There's a lot of time for Pakistan to come back.
You think India will go far in this tournament?
Who
should they watch? Who should they watch out for this tournament?
Also, what's tournament?
The SAFF, bro. You haven't heard, bro? It's like the third tier competition in the world. Let me find out who else is in this group.
No, you can't look. You have to tell me. Just who should they watch out for?
Oh, yeah. This group definitely has like fucking Oman.
I think they're the group of death.
Whoa. We can't be saying that.
Wait, what did he say?
He said the group of death. I think every group in this competition is a group of death. So yeah, we got Oman in here somewhere, I bet. Beirut, I bet they're in here somewhere.
How about like Bangladesh and like
No. Bangladesh, they're not a superpower yet. They're just a power. So they're on the come up. They're in Sri Lanka's group. They got their own. Them and like I bet Tahiti's there. Harsh, I bet you'll know a lot of the players.
What the fuck is going on?
Probably not. I don't think so.
And they're probably also grouped in with Laos.
All right, sure.
So that's the group of the future. That's the you come back in 5 years' time. That'll be the group of death.
Got you.
But I hope this means that India will try harder to secure a place at the 2026 World Cup, so we can see the GOAT Chetri in person.
That'd be pretty crazy. Never fucking happened though.
I looked up who's in this group and I got no data available. So whatever I said may be true.
The tournament actually started and ended with this match.
Yeah, this was for. Oh, India is also the host country, which I totally knew. So there's only 8 teams. Well, okay, for the actual answer, even though nobody will use any of this information for anything ever. Group A is India, Kuwait, Nepal, and Pakistan. And Group B is Lebanon, the Maldives, Bhutan, and Bangladesh.
The Maldives?
Yeah.
Damn, Sri Lanka couldn't even make it?
I don't know what to tell you, man, other than good luck to everybody participating in the SAFF Championship 2023 India. Harsha, over to you.
Thank you for that, Christian.
Yeah, that was. I don't think I can top that. But what I can tell you is that Kourtney Kardashian is pregnant.
How do you know that so well?
Wait, which one's Kourtney? Is that the one that dated
Tristan Thompson?
Tristan Thompson. Okay.
She had a baby with Travis Barker.
Oh.
And she announced it at a concert.
Oh, I did see this.
It was a Blink 182 concert.
Oh,
shit. Yeah. What else would you like to know about this pregnancy?
So yeah, tell us more about this wonderful...
They got married in May 2022 in Italy.
Oh.
And I wrote down that they're pretty old. I think she's like 40-something.
And he's like 50?
Dude, he looks like 70, bro.
They got engaged in October of 2021. And they tried to elope in April of 2022, but they got married in May 2022.
Oh.
And they became Instagram official in February of 2021. And she stopped her IVF in the season 3 premiere of The Kardashians. Then she had a baby.
What season are they on now?
I don't know.
Bro, isn't it?
Couldn't tell you. Yeah, but I think they changed and now they have a show on Hulu. So maybe the season number restarted.
Are
you going to watch the new season now that you know she's pregnant again?
No, I have Hulu with ads.
I heard you can use AdBlock Plus for that.
Can you actually?
No.
Something like that.
Yeah, you can, but I watch it. I have Hulu on the TV, so
you can get that on your TV too.
You can log in on your laptop.
No.
What if it was Keeping Up with LeBron? Would you watch it?
No, too busy watching Ball in the Family or whatever that one was.
Fair enough. Well, you know, I think this was a pretty successful segment. Right? I think Trun wins there. Trun was really passionate.
Thanks. He definitely gave out the most true information. But, you know, all good things have to come to an end. But so does this podcast. We hope you guys enjoyed this week. Apologies if we're a little rusty. However, something to look forward to. Summer Sessions is coming back. We're going to start recording them very soon, which means that probably the next episode we put out will be a Summer Sessions episode. Hopefully, if everything goes according to plan. You know, if you guys have a specific guest you want to see on, you know, let us know. But if you're listening, you're probably going to be on anyway. So, you know, if you want to bring a friend on that we've never met, let us know all of these things over on Instagram at An Interesting Discussion. You find all of our wonderful posts over there. We got guest posts, we got quotes, we got snippets, we got all the fun stuff. Thank you to everybody who's been sharing our snippets recently. We had a Instagram reel go over like 2K views. That was pretty hype. If you like what you heard from this podcast, you know, you can find us on any of the following platforms. You know, Spotify, YouTube, Hulu plus ads, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Google, anywhere you get your podcasts from. We hope you guys enjoyed, and we look forward to a wonderful summer of Summer Sessions, and we will see you guys next time. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye guys.
Bye.